"Your sister needs us more than you do right now," my mother's voice crackled through the phone just 12 hours before I was supposed to walk down the aisle. That single sentence shattered 28 years of trying to earn their love. Growing up as the invisible middle child between my golden child older sister, Rachel, and my baby brother, Marcus, taught me early that love in our family came with conditions. Rachel got the praise for her beauty pageant wins, Marcus got coddled as the only son, I got straight A's, full stop. When I met David at a tech conference in Seattle, everything changed. He saw me, really saw me, not as someone's lesser sister or forgotten daughter, but as the software engineer who'd built 3 successful apps before turning 25. Our love story was not dramatic. It was steady, real, built on midnight coding sessions and Sunday morning farmers markets. My parents met David exactly twice. The first time, they spent the entire dinner asking when Rachel would arrive, even though she lived 3 states away. The second time, at my engagement announcement, my mother's first response was, "Well, at least someone will marry you before you turn 30. I should have seen the warning signs when they complained about the wedding venue being too far, a 40-minute drive from their house, or when they asked if we could change the date because it might conflict with Marcus's graduation ceremony, which was 3 months later. But I kept making excuses for them, kept hoping that my wedding day would finally be the moment they did show up for me. The morning of my wedding, I sat in the bridal suite, watching the hairstylist work her magic while my phone stayed silent. My 3 bridesmaids, all friends from work because Rachel had declined, kept the champagne flowing and the mood light, but they couldn't fill the mother-shaped hole in the room. At 11 a.m., 1 hour before the ceremony, my phone finally rang. Hope bloomed in my chest as I saw Mom on the screen. Maybe they were running late. Maybe they were lost. Maybe, "Sweetheart, your father and I won't be able to make it. Rachel just called. She's having a crisis with her divorce proceedings, and she needs us there for emotional support. You understand, don't you? You've always been the strong one." The hairstylist's hand stilled in my hair. My maid of honor, Jennifer, watched my face crumble in the mirror. I heard myself saying, "I understand," in a voice that didn't sound like mine, then watched my phone slip from my numb fingers. David found me 20 minutes later, sobbing in the bathroom stall. 6 months after the wedding, the startup David and I had been building in our garage sold to a major tech company for $8 million. We celebrated quietly, just the 2 of us, over Chinese takeout in our tiny apartment, planning our future while our cat knocked fortune cookies off the table. The first thing we did wasn't buy a mansion or take a world cruise. We paid off David's parents' mortgage, the people who'd actually shown up. The second thing, I bought my dream car, a sleek Arctic white Porsche 911 Turbo, the exact model I'd had on my vision board since college. $135,000 of pure, unapologetic success. I didn't buy it for revenge. I bought it because for the first time in my life, I could afford to give myself something my parents never had: recognition of my worth. Every time I slipped behind that wheel, I felt the weight of their absence transform into the lightness of freedom. 3 months later, my phone exploded with text. Rachel's divorce had been finalized, and she'd received nothing thanks to a prenup she'd forgotten she'd signed. Suddenly, my parents remembered they had another daughter. The messages started sweet. "How are you, honey? We miss you. We should catch up." Then came the ask. Could I help Rachel with a small loan, maybe $50,000 to help her get back on her feet? After all, family helps family, my mother wrote, apparently without irony. I invited them over for Sunday dinner, not to our new 5-bedroom house in Bellevue, but to David's parents' home, where we were celebrating his mother's birthday. I parked the Porsche prominently in the driveway, its custom paint job gleaming in the afternoon sun. My parents arrived 15 minutes late, as usual, but their casual entrance stuttered to a halt when they saw the car. My father's eyes widened. My mother clutched her knockoff designer purse tighter. "Whose car?" she started, then saw my keys with the Porsche emblem dangling from my hand. "How?" was all my father managed. "The same way I did everything else in my life," I replied calmly. "Without you." David's mother chose that moment to emerge, wrapping me in the kind of warm, proud hug I'd craved my whole childhood. "There's our successful girl. Did you show them the Forbes article about your company?" My parents stayed for exactly 23 minutes, long enough to ask for money twice, to be politely refused twice, and to realize that the daughter they'd overlooked had built a life that didn't include them. As they left, my mother turned back one last time. "We could have been part of this," she said quietly. "You could have," I agreed. "You chose not to be." The Porsche isn't about showing off. It's about showing up. For myself, finally. Some families are born, others are chosen. Mine includes David, his parents, our friends, and our company family of 42 employees who all attended our wedding. My parents missed my wedding for someone else's crisis. They missed my life for their own priorities, but I didn't miss anything. I gained everything by letting go of people who couldn't see my worth until it had a price tag attached. Family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up when you need them, who celebrates your wins without asking for a cut, and who sees your value before the world puts a number on it. That Porsche? It's just a car. The freedom to choose who deserves your love? That's priceless. Which city are you listening from? Share your story below.